Freddie the Firefly, A Tale of Courage and Light Chapter 1. Freddie's fear in a lush, emerald meadow filled with colorful wildflowers and the gentle hum of nature, lived a little firefly named Freddie. Freddie was unlike any other firefly in the meadow. His glow was brighter than most, and his tiny light could turn the darkest corners into a magical wonderland. But Freddie carried a secret. He was afraid of the dark. Every evening, when the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle, Freddie would hide beneath a large leaf. While the other fireflies lit up the night sky with their joyous dance, Freddie sat alone, his glow dimmed by fear. What if the dark is too big and too scary? Freddie would wonder. Though he longed to join his friends, his fear held him back. One evening, as the fireflies gathered in the meadow to play, Freddie peeked out from his hiding spot. "Let's play tag," chirped Lila the ladybug, her tiny wings buzzing with excitement. Freddie hesitated. "What if I get lost in the dark?" he whispered to himself. Sensing his hesitation, Lila fluttered over. "Freddie, don't be afraid. The night is full of wonders and you have a special light inside you. You could help us find our way." Freddie's heart fluttered at her words. Could his light really make a difference? A tiny spark of hope began to grow within him. Chapter 2. The call for help. That same night, as Freddie watched his friends play, a sudden cry broke the peaceful rhythm of the meadow. "Help! Help!" The voice was faint but urgent, echoing through the stillness. Freddie's ears perked up. Who's in trouble? He wondered. Near the old oak tree, his friends were gathered, their wings buzzing with worry. "Freddie," called Benny the bumblebee. "We need you. The path is too dark and we can't see where we're going." Freddie froze. The thought of venturing into the dark made his tiny heart race. But then he remembered Lila's words. "You have a special light inside you." Taking a deep breath, Freddie stepped out from under his leaf. "I'll help," he squeaked, his voice trembling but determined. The other fireflies cheered. "Freddie's coming to save the day." As Freddie flew toward his friends, his little light began to glow brighter. "I can do this," he whispered to himself. When he reached them, his glow illuminated the dark meadow, casting a comforting light around them. "Freddie, you're amazing," Lila exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with admiration. Freddie's fear began to melt away, replaced by a newfound confidence. Chapter 3. The Brave Journey. With Freddie leading the way, the friends ventured deeper into the dark meadow. His light illuminated the path, revealing the beauty hidden in the night. "Freddie, you're lighting up the whole meadow," Benny buzzed. Freddie smiled, his fear shrinking with each flutter of his wings. The dark no longer felt like a vast unknown. It was now a canvas painted with glowing flowers and the soothing sounds of crickets and frogs. Suddenly they came to a large puddle that blocked their path. The water shimmered darkly in the moonlight, and the friends hesitated. "How will we get across?" Lila asked nervously. Freddie's light flickered as he thought. The puddle was deep, but he remembered his glow and the courage it had brought him so far. "I'll guide us," Freddie said with determination. He flew low over the puddle, his light reflecting on the surface like a guiding star. One by one his friends followed him, their wings buzzing with trust. When they reached the other side, cheers erupted. "Hooray for Freddie the Brave Firefly," his friends cried. Freddie's heart swelled with pride and joy. He had faced his fear and found his strength, not just for himself but for his friends too. Epilogue. A light that never fades. That night, under the sparkling stars, Freddie played with his friends in the open meadow. The dark was no longer something to fear. It was a magical space where his light could shine the brightest. Freddie learned an important truth. Bravery doesn't mean being fearless. It means shining your light even when the world feels scary. From that day on, Freddie became the heart of the meadow, lighting the way for his friends and turning even the darkest nights into unforgettable adventures. And with every flicker of his glow, Freddie reminded himself and everyone around him that the greatest courage comes from within. Moral of the story: Freddie's journey teaches us that bravery isn't about never being afraid. It's about finding the courage to face your fears and help others along the way. With love, friendship, and a little light, even the darkest paths can lead to the brightest adventures.